Now y'all know better. Somebody in chat said, "Is Yoda a Muppet?" Now what did we just fuck? Now you're just messing with me. now you're just trying to fuck my head. No, you know he's not. What did I just say? God damn it! Have y'all not listened to anything I said? A big birthday gift for me, because my birthday's next month. A big birthday gift for me is if you came out to see the 1 year anniversary of me doing sit down comedy at the Broadway Comedy Club. Going to be back in the Red Room September 27th. Oz will join me later as we just sit down and just lollygag with the audience. And then we're going to have all of you up for open mic. And that show, again, is going to be 9 p.m. at the Broadway Comedy Club. That's a Friday. Get your tickets now by going over to BroadwayComedyClub.com. Hey, it was great having you here when you were here, man.
Oh, man, it was fantastic. I always love coming out there, hanging with you, meeting up with some people, man. Always good to see Martin live in the flesh. Got to see the Cumbia King, got to see Crazy Felix, Julian.
All
yeah,
those
man,
people.
It's good.
Crazy cast of characters that we have over here.
Yeah. Merch.
Too merch or no? You don't sure.
The Swedish Chef is back.
The Swedish Chef is returned. You ever notice how sometimes the Swedish Chef and Cosby kind of sound the same?
Yeah, if you go on for too long, they'll definitely start to merge together.
Here, everybody here. On your thirsty every drink.
Then you realize that, wait a minute, maybe they were one and the same.
Cosby and the Swedish Chef were the same?
Listen, man, it's on. It's over now. Because again, got my tinfoil hat on. I believe in the conspiracy. The conspiracy's real.
Ermy Gerd, the conspiracy. Man, was the Swedish Chef kind of racist? That's my question for you.
You know what? That's a good question. Swedish people, Swedish listeners, are you offended by the Swedish Chef?
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm offended, but I'm concerned for you about the Swedish Chef.
I'm concerned for you.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I'm ready to pick it if you guys are. I don't know. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll be out there on the front lines of y'all. I have a picket sign. During the Swedish Chef. Everything get ers in them. It's not root.
Oh man.
You see here.
Yeah, that is the question. Was the Swedish Chef actually Swedish?
Man, can I tell you something about the Swedish Chef? You know, people, we're going to get into the Swedish Chef in a little bit. I already found something I need to go off on. I need to talk about this chef, man. This Swedish Chef. I got some things to talk about and reveal about the Swedish Chef. I got some things about the...
You look crazy like whatever you going to say, I don't think it's going to surprise you.
And I really probably should not. But I'm going to tell you anyway because it's the truth.
Please. I got to hear it.
I was a child, and I think you can forgive me for what I'm about to say about the Swedish Chef. We started out the show talking about the Swedish Chef. For some reason, we were just doing ers and everything, and we just said we really like the Swedish Chef. And so this man took a little bit too far.
Oh, I apologize for my outburst.
Yeah, it was crazy. We were having so much fun. Him and Oz and I were just, and he came up with I was like, that's just offensive. That's just offensive, sir. But,
man.
Try it. Do better. I would expect more out of you. But what I'm about to tell you is probably no better than what you did. It's probably a whole lot worse.
Oh, shit. All right.
So everybody knows the beloved Swedish Chef from the Muppet Show. And I grew up with the Muppet Show. I love the original Muppet Show. And this is, if you haven't heard the Swedish Chef or you're not familiar with him or you just need to hear him to refamiliarize yourself with him, well, here's the Swedish Chef right here. And he's singing this song, but then when he starts talking, that's where it gets crazy.
What you say?
But man,
Talk about my mom.
first of all, I said, man, I wonder how Swedish people feel about this. You know, they
That is the
look
question.
at this dude all these years. I said, I wonder if he's racist against Swedes. Because Swedish people
Not cool, man.
It's not cool because Swedish people are like, you never really talk like dude. Like, oh, well. You never really talk like that, murderfucker. So yeah, man.
Lord, this word about the movie. He's going to work there. He's going to hear the flip flop and the jacket.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something that's offensive, and I'm telling you, I'm not even trying to make a mockery out of this or anything. And I'll tell you why I believe this. So I was a really little kid, and I thought that. And listen, y'all, again, I'm not trying to make a joke out of this. I'm just telling you, it's not right. But I thought I didn't know he was Swedish. I was too young. I thought he was, I don't even know if this is the right term. I thought he was mentally challenged, man.
Something like Down syndrome or something?
That's exactly what it was. I thought I'm glad you said it because I thought he had Down syndrome. I didn't know that he was Swedish.
There's
Now, let me tell you why. Before all y'all start getting on my ass, I've told you about my friend Early when I grew up. Early, rest in peace. We grew up in a neighborhood with my friend Early. Early was when I say my friend Early, he was actually my friend's big brother. And Early was this Down syndrome guy that went around the neighborhood. And I had the kind of neighborhood when I grew up where, certain people just walked into people's houses. You might knock and then you just walk in. I'm not. It was crazy. That's crazy to y'all now, but that's how we grew up.
Sitcom land.
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, the Early was the dude who come in, and everybody like, But Early would come in and listen. Most of the kids knocked before we went into somebody's house. We just didn't walk in, but everybody knew Early. And everybody left the door open for Early to walk into their house.
That sounds crazy.
And he had a schedule. So he had different houses that
I'm just taking in your story.
Yeah, Early had different houses that he went into for different TV shows. That's how his schedule was.
Oh, okay.
So, because he's with a lot of Down syndrome people, they work with a schedule. They have a routine. So Early would go into, I don't know what he was watching other people's houses. He was like a stray animal or something. You just walk in. I don't know what he ate at that other person's house, but I know we fed him. So like he came to I don't know what he was watching at other people's houses, but he came to our house. There was one year he came to our house every day around 6:30 on the weekdays, and he came in to sit down and watch Sanford and Son in syndication. And then when Sanford and Son was done, he'd get up and leave. And then he would go watch another show with somebody else.
That's crazy.
This sounds awesome.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy neighborhood, but everybody just let him in to watch these shows. And if you didn't let him watch the shows, he'd throw a temper tantrum. Because that's what he came in our house and had a chair. And I was a little asshole, man. I would sit in the chair that he wanted to sit in. And he would come in, and that is kind of why I associated him with the Swedish Chef, because when he talked, especially when he got agitated with people, he kind of sounded like that. So he would come, I was sitting in that chair, I was a little kid, I was sitting in the chair, and he'd come in, what are you doing? Why are you sitting in the chair? And I would just sit up there, and I'm sitting here early. Then your house, my mother would come in, Corey! Let him have the chair. Go. Quit being a dick. So yeah, man. So when Early talked, he sounded kind of like this. So I just thought that the Swedish Chef just was like Early. I thought he had Down syndrome.
Wow.
I didn't know, because he sounded like when Early got mad at me about the chair. Hey, what are you doing in the chair?
they're scooping on the roof. Transport it there,
And
Martin.
plus, he was tearing up the kitchen like he never cooked. That's why I thought.
Right.
Like he never cooked a meal. The kitchen was
Never cooked
he was
anything.
just always destroying the kitchen.
Nope.
They're firmly hard. They're steering the hook and taking the sir. They get the blue in the bush and they're pouring them hard.
Yo.
They're pouring.
Supposed to be cooking. What you doing?
So he's destroying that kitchen. Like he never cooked a meal, but for some reason the kitchen was on fire every time he was done.
Every time.
So when I was a kid, I felt uncomfortable watching Swedish Chef because I thought, why is everybody laughing at this Down syndrome guy, man? I didn't know. But, years later, I was relieved to find out that people were not laughing at a Down syndrome man. And then I thought, well, shit, now is he pissing off Swedish people? I don't know. This dude can never get it right, man.
It's always something.
Do you remember the cereal that the Swedish Chef had?
The Swedish Chef cereal?
Yeah, it wasn't called Swedish Chef cereal. It was
What is it?
it was called Crunchy Steers. Like Crunchy was spelled CROONCHY.
Oh, I don't remember that at all, man. Crunchy steers.
Crunchy Steers. Yeah, like it was he was in the kitchen, tearing up the kitchen as usual, and then he poured a bowl or something, and it blew up, and he's like, Steers! Y'all think I'm playing. I don't know if this is the one.
We're in the Muppet test kitchen where the
He just
No, it's
destroying the kitchen, man.
throwing stuff around.
Plates falling.
Swedish Chef is making his delicious star-shaped cereal, new Crunchy Stars. Crunchy Stars, great taste from Post and the Swedish Chef.
Scrumptious.
That was the clearest I've ever heard him.
Yeah, that's the only time I've understood his ass.
Yeah.
Scrooge. There was another one where he did your Steers. Yeah, man. Used to love the Swedish Chef. Love this, man. So you don't remember that cereal, huh?
I don't remember that. Nope, I do not.
Yeah, I
would have remembered that. I would have remembered that spelling. That's crazy.
It's another thing to Swedish Chef, man. I know there was a friend of mine, and I forgot who this guy was, but he hated the Swedish Chef. Like hated
Swedish Chef
the
do to
Swedish
him.
Chef. He said the look of the Swedish Chef creeped him out, and the reason why is because he had this big Muppet face and head, but he had human hands. He said the human hands freaked him out. And I didn't think anything about it, but after watching this, where you see like a human hand and then the Muppet face comes down to eat the cereal, that is kind of creepy.
Crunchy Stars.
Oh, man.
It's like a mutant or something, man.
He's a mutant. Damn.
And the way he goes
crazy.
in.
Yeah, I thought because he had no eyes or nothing like that. All he had was bushy eyebrows for eyes.
Shit, that's why he's trapped in the kitchen, because he can't see.
Yeah, see?
I used to love when he came on, but I remember I want to laugh so hard because I thought I wasn't supposed to laugh.
Right.
Somebody said Nightmare Fuel is the Swedish Chef.
Yeah,
Who was your favorite Muppet, man?
My favorite Muppet back in the day? Oh, man. I like Snuffleupagus. I like old Snuffy. That was
Snuffy,
my guy.
yeah.
That was my guy.
Snuffy. That's what Big Bird used to. No, really, he's real. Bird doing that shit again. No, he was just here.
Yeah, I like when he was there. He was always doing his thing. Kind of high and happy at the same time about it.
Yeah. Hey, Bird.
Hey, Bird. Hey, Bird.
Do you remember why they finally made Big Bird see him?
Why? Because people kids are making their own imaginary friends and tearing up the house?
Well, they were scared that predators were going to say, hey, look, I'm just like Mr. Snuffleupagus. You say something to somebody, nobody's going to see me. like no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You remember this?
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, you remember,
story.
right?
Yeah, I've heard this. Yeah.
Yeah, so they finally had to say, all right, I guess we got to show this fool now. So
damn, predators is using Snuffleupagus for bad things? That's horrible.
yeah, man, never underestimate how low a predator will go.
Damn, using Snuffleupagus.
Snuffy. Yeah, man, Snuffleupagus. Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember him. I don't know if he is he still around?
He should be.
Snuffleupagus.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I think he has a family too.
He kind of looks like
Oh, Snuffy out there banging?
yeah. Yeah, well, he has a father and a mother that finally came around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Man, I'm gonna tell. Let me look at this here.
I know Snuffy took up the mantle and got it popping. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Now, does Snuffy count as a Muppet?
Yeah, of course it counts. Why would it not?
Well, I mean, I do not every Jim Henson puppet is a Muppet.
They're all Muppets.
All right.
Except maybe not the dark. Look, if you got realistic, the Dark Crystal, that ain't those. Those are animatronics. Those are not Muppets. But you know, if you've been on Sesame Street or you've been on the Muppet Show, you goddamn right you a Muppet. Ain't there's no argument about that.
That's
Everything,
true.
yeah, all that's Muppetry. What you see that big old
Muppet
puppet right there? What would make you think that that's not a Muppet?
I just thought like only certain puppets counted as Muppets.
What are you basing this on, sir?
Like, is Big Bird a Muppet?
Yeah.
Why would
Why would he not be?
what is your
I thought like
what is your
Muppet
criteria for Muppetry?
be either like a main cast member of the Muppets troupe or have appeared on the Muppet Show.
No, Sesame Street they're Muppets too, my friend.
Okay, another Jim Henson Workshop. I just didn't.
No, I'm a little offended you asked that.
But like is Hoggle a Muppet?
Is what?
Is Hoggle a Muppet?
Who the Hoggle?
The little guy from the Labyrinth.
Did you not hear what I said? Now see, this is where we get into this bullshit.
Well, he's not
sitting here.
animatronic.
That I'm not arguing with you. You know what the I'm talking
I'm not
about.
gonna
You're
argue.
doing this shit on purpose. You know this. You know this.
Here, look. I'll
Are
bring it
Fraggles
back.
Muppets?
My favorite.
Yes, Fraggles are Muppets.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
It's
There's a difference between the animatronics that appear in these other Jim Henson movies. If you were on Labyrinth, if you were in the Dark Crystal, then you are not a Muppet. There's a clear reason for that. You are more realistic. You're an animatronic. Now, if you made out of felt and you got big old ping pong ball eyes, you know you are a Muppet. What's your reasoning?
Again, I just thought they were doing this is a puppet, the little mouse from Bear in the Big Blue House. He is a puppet, but would he be a Muppet? That is also a Jim Henson creation. That's a Jim Henson workshop. Sorry, not Jim Henson creation. Jim Henson workshop.
You got me there. God damn it! You, Jesus Christ! Should have known you paid too much attention to this kind of shit.
you and your logic.
Makes sense. Well, the real question is, Corey Bot a Muppet?
No, he's
No,
not. No,
that's a
because
Corey.
he's a cuppet. Corey
All right, now you got-
a Corey Coleman puppet. He's a cuppet. And I just made that shit up.
I was making shit up. All
I
right.
just made that shit up, but I'm gonna go with it. He's a cup. Don't you ask me. Not you, but somebody in chat. Now y'all know better. Somebody in chat said, "Is Yoda a Muppet?" Now what did we just fuck? Now you're just messing with me. now you're just trying to fuck my head. No, you know he's not. What did I just say? God damn it! Have y'all not listened to anything I said? I got an answer for you, smart ass.
I got an answer for you.
I got an answer for you, you son of a bitch. Now, what are you talking about? That bear from the Big Blue House?
Yeah. Well, not the bear. The bear was a person in a suit, I think. Well, no, because Big Bird also has a
Bear
person
in
in
the
a suit.
big blue chair, whatever.
Big Bear in the Big Blue House.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
But like the rat was more of a Muppet. Bear was a person in a suit, but also a puppet.
Okay, was this a Disney? Was this a Jim Henson production?
I believe it was Jim Henson Workshop did the puppets.
But was it like a Jim Henson production?
That part I don't know. I know it was on Disney, and Disney might have owned the Jim Henson Workshop at that time?
Oz, I know that this is crazy. Let me just figure this out. I think I got it.
No, I'm all about it. Taking notes.
So if now Jim Henson can make creations for other companies, and if there are other companies that say we're another company production or whatever, that's not a Muppet. But if it's straight up a Jim Henson production and it's coming out the Jim Henson factory or studios or whatever, then it is a Muppet, unless it's an animatronic.
Okay, so like the things from Jim Henson's Storyteller, like that dog, were Muppets.
No. No, it was not. Or maybe it was.
It sounds like Jim Henson made up the word Muppet, and whatever he makes is a Muppet, whereas everything else is a puppet. That's what it sounds like. He made up. He coined the phrase Muppet. Is that true?
He did. Yes, he did. He did coin the phrase Muppet. Yes, that is.
So whatever so I guess whatever he creates would be a Muppet.
Unless it's an animatronic.
It's an animatronic Muppet.
There you go.
You ain't gonna get me in this craziness.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here too.
I'm just trying to bring it back. I feel like my favorite are Statler and Waldorf. There's two old.
Those two old dudes talking shit
those
to
guys are
everybody. Yeah, I like them too. Statler and Waldorf are all right with me. There's some I just don't approve of. They had a Muppet named Howard that they were trying to make a star in one of the later Muppet movies. I was like, Howard, he never earned.
Oh, the live action
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, they try to force him. He's Howard.
Yeah, I said, no.
Pissed off about that.
He didn't. They tried to move him in front of the line and make him a thing. I was like, he didn't earn that shit, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so Ryan,
It's not funny.
just laughing at how invested you are in this.
Yeah, I mean, all these Muppets been putting in work for years. All of a sudden, Howard gonna step up to the front of the line and be like, "I'm a star now."
that was Walter.
Walter. Thank you. That's what I mean. I didn't even pay attention. I don't know his name because I never liked the dude. Walter. Yeah, Walter.
Speaking of Walter, Ryan Walterson says that the Jim Henson Company confirms that anything made by Jim Henson's Creature Shop is not a Muppet; it's an animatronic creature. So, to your point on the Creature Shop part,
There you go. All right. There you go. Then. There you go. If it comes from the Creature Shop, then it's an animatronic. If it comes from
Workshop is the
Workshop. If it comes from the workshop, then it's a Muppet. All right. Well, I'm glad that we got that. Should have known Ryan Walterson would be the one to come in and tell us.
That is true. It was only a matter of time before he came and corrected everything.
Ryan Walterson is more of a puppet fan than I am. That's how Ryan Walterson and I. That's how we. That's how we connect with each other. We have
He
love
is a
for
puppet.
puppets. What's that?
He is a puppet. You're gonna find out he is a puppet.
Oh, would he be an animatronic? I don't.
We'll have to ask him. He knows.
He's very realistic. I think he came out the Creature Shop. You know what? Snuffleupagus always kind of weirded me out because for some reason he reminded me of a cuter man thing from Marvel.
Mm.
If you look at him right here, y'all weirded me out in a way. I love that Man Thing got his own finally made an appearance in the MCU.
Yeah, Man Thing. Let's see if he comes back.
Let me see. Well, thank you for clearing that up for us, man. Y'all thought I was crazy. I was making some points. Told you there's a difference. I didn't know until you just told me. There's a difference.
You were passionate about that.
Goddamn right, man.
There was a lot.
There are levels and compartments to all this shit, and none of this should just be lumped together. This Muppet ignorance has got to stop.
Muppet ignorance.
It truly is out there, man, and it needs to stop. And we just trying to help people. I'm trying to help people. You're there laughing about this shit.
No, I'm
serious,
appreciating
man.
your passion. You're educating the youth.
They need to know. If they know nothing else before reading or any kind of life skills, you need to know the difference between a Muppet and an animatronic, okay? Uncle Corey's going to teach you a Muppet versus a creature. And don't you dare call Corey about a Muppet. Now, I'm not even trying to say for my sake. Don't you dare insult Jim Henson Studios with Corey Black. that asshole.
Also, we don't got the money to fight Disney.
No, it's a cuppet, okay?
A puppet.
Yeah, Corey Coleman puppet, a cuppet. All right. Well, I'm glad we Somebody said the Corey about is a Muppet. Don't do that shit. Don't play like that, man. Somebody said, you know it. No, I know nothing but what I know. Leave me alone.
I know what I know.
I know what I know. All right. Y'all. I had some fun talking about this stuff. Had a good time. Good time. I wonder if we could put that on the main channel. The difference between a Muppet and an animatronic. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.